Welcome back to Q&A. On our panel today, Raymond Miller, Deborah Coddington, Nick Leggett. So let's deal with this very simply. What is this bill going to change? Anything about our drink habits?
I don't think it's going to do much for our drink habits because it doesn't address the fundamental evidence that says that pricing is where you start. But what it will do is it will hand back power to communities. What we've seen is this liberalisation in drinking laws since 1989.
Yep.
And what we are going to see is that with local alcohol plans, which aren't compulsory and should be, might I add, and local licensing committees, that at least communities will be able to have a say in how many outlets and new licences and actually control the density.
So local government can see some positives?
Yes, it can, because
Right.
I mean, communities know what they need and know what's acceptable.
Yes, but you look at those statistics from Professor Selman and the statistics are frightening.
Well, I'm one of those statistics too, because I like 2 or 3 wines a night, and why not?
Bottles or
I'm
glasses?
probably a heavy drinker too.
Right.
But, you know, why should we all be punished because these people... There's a huge amount of hypocrisy in this debate. Where are the parents of those kids? I suspect the parents can't control them, so they want government to do it for them. And why shouldn't we hit those under the Summary Offences Act? It's still a crime. You know, you can be fined for being offensive in a public place. Why aren't the police up there finding these people who turn up at accident and emergency drunk every night and causing mayhem? Why do we all have to get punished with this minimum pricing and all of this thing? I mean, most of us don't vomit in public places, swear at everybody, fall about the place, so why should we all be punished?
Minimum pricing actually punishes those that drink the cheaper alcohol, which I assume is not you,
everybody
Deborah.
who drinks
actually,
cheap alcohol doesn't all get drunk and cause mayhem.
That's right, but they are the people that do. The people that drink the cheap stuff tend to. And I mean, what we need to do is also use the tools that are available. Things like alcohol bans. We know in local government and local councils that if you ban alcohol from an area, you quickly clean up some of the problems.
Yes, or you produce a black market or some kind of black activity going on. Raymond, what do you think? Do you think the statistics...
Well, I mean, yeah, the statistics are terrible, but we all have a responsibility. I mean, this is where I disagree with Deborah. I mean, so Deborah is a very responsible drinker, but we see binge drinking, and something has to be done about it.
Yeah, so this bill, this is my question. In a year, will we see any effect whatsoever on our binge drinking culture?
Well,
No.
probably
doesn't
won't.
go far
You're right. New Zealanders have been binge drinkers since women were campaigning for the vote.
Can I just put in a word here about this conscience voting thing? Because viewers may not be aware that the alcohol age is a conscience issue. Now, I don't see what's moral, where the morality is in that issue. It should be just like any other legislation. It's different from same-sex marriage.
Political.
It's just something where the parties should come forward and they should act responsibly.
And base their decisions on evidence. And there's plenty of evidence.
Yeah.
Yes, there's plenty of evidence.
Well,
that
it's
is
Labour
right.
that's doing the conscience
Yes,
vote.
but the initial vote on voting age is a conscience vote. I can't understand why. It's not a moral issue. It's not a moral issue. There's too many conscience votes.